of the Asus Vivobook 14 uh, 14 IPS LCD 1080p uh, Ryzen 3 version, not the i3 11 gen. So i3 11 gen has its pros and Ryzen 3 has its pros, but the i3 is like tad bit more better than Ryzen 3. So i3 has 15.38% faster base, not the base, the turbo, like, so faster CPU speed, 3 gigahertz versus 2.6. Oh, not the base, the base is 3 gigahertz on i3 versus 2.6 on this. 1333 megahertz higher RAM speed, 3733 megahertz on i3, on Ryzen 3, on i3 versus to 2400 megahertz on Ryzen 3. So also the max operating temperature is 100 degree on the i3, so it can operate on higher temperature. And 4 nanometer smaller semiconductors, for it's built on 10 nanometer the i3 versus 14 nanometer on this, so it has a smaller efficient processor. And 0.6 gigahertz higher turbo clock speed, means the highest it goes is i3 goes is 4.1 versus 3.5 on the Radeon, on the Ryzen. You see the Ryzen is losing quite a bit, like not a hair like this, like significant amount of losing. So also the cache, the L2 cache is 2.5 MB versus 1 MB on the Ryzen 3. So I used it and I felt it. It's totally, it's you use this laptop and you immediately feel that it's slow, and you cannot run Photoshop properly, you cannot run a lot of tabs on Google Chrome. Even with basic tasks, man, I have to like get more RAM in it, probably, like, to mitigate that. So it's sore in the it's a sore to use that. And PCI Express card is 4 on the i3 versus 3. So these are the pros. So I will tell the pros of the Ryzen 3. So the Ryzen 3 has its pros though. Don't get me wrong. It's Ryzen 3 for something. It has something in it. The company just won't give a name like the Ryzen 3 Radeon, like a gaming oriented name. So the Ryzen 3 has 1200 megahertz of GPU clock speed versus only 300 on i3. So the i3 cannot game, man. You cannot game on that. Like, that will also affect the Photoshop when you use Photoshop. That will affect it. This will run slow on Photoshop, but it will work. But on the i3, oh man, that won't even work, man. The graphic intensive, like, nowhere around the graphic intensive clock speed. So that the i3 is integrated, so, and this has dedicated Radeon graphics. So because of that, this the 1200 megahertz versus 300. 13 watts lower TDP, and TDP is the maximum amount of power the cooling system needs to dissipate. It means that it will consume less power, like you're getting it, the maximum amount of power the cooling system like needs to dissipate the power. That's that. And and uh, 2.2 on the OpenCL versus 2 on the i3. So some apps use OpenCL to apply the power of the GPU for non-graphical computing. So the like GPU will be used. So the newer version introduce more like better performance and more functionality. So you see the except the graphics, like the processor is like and all the processor is it's obliterating. Also I forgot the one thing of the processor is the 1.53% pass mark results. Like the benchmark is 1.35 higher. So that is the total like summary. And so you see it's 1.53% better in terms of processing power, but but gaming and graphics work, like Adobe Photoshop, Adobe XD, any design work, anything, it will be stuttery but it will work. But i3 will do better with your office work, your like more faster, how faster it will work. And there's not a whole lot of difference in the processor speed, like 15% difference in the base processing speed where it works generally. And the turbo is 4.1 versus 3.5 on this. So yeah, it's not a whole lot of world of difference, 1.53% like total. And the L2 cache is 2.5 MB versus 1 MB. So L2 cache results in faster CPU and system-wide performance. Like some cache somewhere it stores the data, so that will have a better, faster speed. So there's that. But when you are gaming, if you want to like faster like laptop for working Excel and not a graphic intensive anything, gaming, forget about gaming, man. This i3 11 Gen cannot game, man. Cannot game. You have to run on extremely low setting to game on that. So yeah, coming to the screen, and I have to check the screen specs. I think it has 16 million colors. Hold on, I'm gonna pause it. So the screen is I'm not getting it anywhere. I searched so much. I read it somewhere that it's 70% TCPI or somewhere around that. It's LCD, so it's not 100%. The colors are subdued. The colors are washed out. IPS LCD. The colors are washed out. So it's I read it like it was 70%. So I recall it absolutely. It's 70%. Right now I cannot find it, but you can keep my word. It's 70%. The colors are washed out, not like washed out there. And it gets up to 16 GB DDR4. It has DDR4 RAM. So the latest RAM is DDR5. The i9 has DDR5. So this has DDR4 RAM. And NVMe M2, like the latest SSD for 4.0, you can get up to 512 GB. It has a slot of SSD. It has two USB 3.2, and let me no. It has one USB 3.2 and two USB 2.0, and one HDMI 2.1, and 3.5 audio jack, combo audio jack with a microphone, and you can it's combo. And it has 720p HD camera, but I will tell you, man, the camera, the front is so bad. I had a laptop from like 2012, and it has a crisp, really good camera, front camera. Like it was really 720p, man, actual 720p camera. and this one it's like 240p, man. It's so bad, like, to say. And this laptop is really slim. I'm gonna turn it around and show you how slim it is. It is slim. There was an Acer laptop, so uh, that looks like this. That looks more like a metal laptop, but that is also a plastic one. And that one, the weight of that laptop. Let me check it out. This laptop is 1.6 kilos, so that's a really good weight. That's a really lightweight. Yeah, the Acer one is 1.8 kilos. The prices are the same, and it also has that they are the same. They are the same. The Acer one was heavy, so that's why I did not buy it. And this one has 82.4% of screen to body ratio. And it has thin bezels, similar to the Acer one. Maybe some, but 2-5% difference. I will not go in that depth. You check out yourself how much difference is that. But they are the same screen state they have. But that Acer laptop did not like it did not भाया नहीं मुझे like apart from the 1.8 kilo, the prices were same. So, like, what is the term for in English? भाया नहीं. That did not like. I don't know, man. I know I know 100% English, you can say, but I don't know the term is for that. Anyway, and I was gonna say something, but right now, man, I uh, like भाया नहीं मतलब the design of the laptop, that is a silver laptop that looks more like a metal one than this, and that one doesn't have a fingerprint scanner, and this one has fingerprint scanner, and it has 45 watts of charging, and uh, 45 watts is pretty good. And I've been using this laptop for like 3 years now, and the battery health has been quite good. In 15 inches you get 60 watts of charging, like typical this is with every laptop the same. 45 watts in 14 inch, and 60 in 60 in 15 inch, 15.6 inch. But there's a quite like it catches your eye, man, the difference of this of the 14 inch and 15.6 inches. I had an HP one, uh, 15.6 inches, but the screen was like not good at all. Like, it was reflective, and the quality of the screen, the HP one, is not like rich as it was not rich as this, and that was also had a glossy screen. So this one has a perfect screen, and Acer one also has a perfect screen, as I saw in the product images. So yeah, the and that's everything about it. So like, when if you wanna buy like a like a laptop for an Excel work, all kind of work, go with the i3. But other than that, you have to compromise a little bit on the processor speed, but you know you get the graphics, and you like couple more things that I said, you get that. So that's it. Here I conclude my review, my absolute review. It has been 3 years since I bought this, and it's still the latest model, and this is the latest model still, and the price has gone even up. I bought it at 33,000, and I checked in, it was at 36,000, I think. So, and the i3 one is one or two 1000 maybe more, or 1000 maybe less, around that price. It has been 3 years since bought this, and it's still the latest model, and this is the latest model still, and the price have gone even up. I bought it at 33,000, and I checked in, it was at 36,000, I think. So, and the i3 one is one or two 1000 maybe more, or 1000 maybe less, around that price.